Hello, Scrapper Nation. Today, I'm finally here with the one and only number 14, Tyler Hanson. This is the starting quarterback for the Nashville Scrappers, which they are currently 4-0 on a 19-game win streak, which is kind of cool because Tyler Hanson hasn't lost a game since 8th grade. So we're going to talk about that later. But today, this is our Scrapper show. What's up, Caden? How you doing? I'm talking football with your boy, Tyler, so I know you're going to stay watching. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing jumping. Okay, so here are Tyler Hanson's stats for Friday. He was 11 for 21, 211 yards passing, and he had 5 touchdowns. But the only thing about that game was he threw his first interception of the whole season. Tyler, looking back at that game, what do you think you need to fix, and what's your perspective on that game?
I wasn't as accurate that game as I had been. I had a couple drops, but I mean those are little easy mistakes. The one interception, that was a jump ball to Petway. I'm taking that shot. Anytime I'm taking that chance. He's a great receiver. But I don't have any regrets. I mean, we won 71-40, so let's keep it moving.
Staying on that game, I saw a couple of times where your offensive line just gave up and you had to get out of trouble. When you're out there on the field, how fast do you have to make that decision? Like, oh snap, I got to get out of trouble and get the ball away.
Well, I mean, for the most part, offensive line usually does. I mean, it's an incredible job. I think it's the best offensive line in 4A. But whenever they bring extra guys, more guys than our offensive line has, yeah, it's just a reaction. I mean, I try to do what I can, but sometimes it just doesn't work like it's all planned.
What process do you have to go through before the snap, when the snap actually happens, and when you get the play call? Like, when you get the play, you have to go out there and read the defense, and then when you get the ball, you actually have to read what they're doing. How fast of a decision do you have to make?
It's really not that fast just because of how Coach V's offense is set up. I mean, I can do so many different things off one play. It's just a pre-snap read. I look at the defense before it's snapped, and then I know what I'm doing before I snap the ball.
Okay. Well, today my first question for you is, when y'all go in your locker room, some people listen to music, some people do weird stuff. What is your pregame routine for Tyler? What's the pregame routine for Tyler Hanson?
Pregame routine for Tyler Hanson. I'm really just kind of in my zone. I'm alone. I got my earbuds in. I'm just, getting my mind right for the game. Just thinking about one thing, that's getting that win.
Okay, so Friday was the Nashville Scrappers' first conference game. Going into that game, were you a little nervous?
Going into every game, I'm a little nervous. Some more than others. I was a little nervous before this game. I mean, I trusted my teammates, and I knew that if we played like we do, then we're the better team and we'd win. But I came into it a little nervous.
What does it feel like now that you're 1-0 in your conference?
It's about what I expected. This team is remarkable. I mean, I think all around as a team, we have the best team in 4A. All we got to do is just keep it going. Mentally, physically, just keep pushing like we're doing now.
Now, like I said before, you haven't lost a game since the 8th grade. What type of play calling and everything? How does that work? Like, you haven't lost a game in 3 years. What has worked for the Nashville Scrappers, for the class of 2018?
I think we just all take it one game at a time. We don't look too far into we don't really think about that too much. Just play one game at a time and just do our job each and every Friday, and that's all we can do.
Now, as the quarterback has its favorite games that they're going to play. The receiver has their favorite games that they want to play. But what's the biggest game for the Nashville Scrappers that you're looking forward to playing? this season?
Definitely Pulaski Robinson in a couple weeks. They'll have some really good athletes. I think they're undefeated too. I think they won last or Friday, so I'm looking forward to that one. That should be a good game, homecoming.
Now, going from high school to junior high, you were a part of this 50-game win streak. Now, your brother is. What are your thoughts on this 50-game win streak?
I think it's incredible. Just the way the coaches just build those athletes over there, and just becoming, men and ready for high school. I know that I was prepared for high school when I came up here. It's just, words can't explain 50 games in a row.
Man, the last time we went to Fountain Lake and played them in Fountain Lake, you were a ninth grader, and now going into this game, how do you plan to beat them since the last time y'all lost?
I hadn't watched them on film a whole lot. That's what I'll do this week. I'll study them, but again, I think that we'll probably be the better athletic team. They're going to be a well-coached team. It's going to be a ball game, but I think it's going to be about the same result.
Man, now we're going to kind of get, well, no. One more serious question. Okay, do you think that Austin, being the class of 2021, do you think their grade will have the same success as your grade, since you haven't lost since the 8th grade, and now that Austin is in the 8th grade? How do you think that will play out?
I think it'll may even be more successful. That if it can get more successful. That class is athletic, front to top. He's a great athlete. They got multiple great athletes in that grade. Yeah, I think it'll be the same exact results.
Hashtag represent class of 2021 since I'm in it. Okay. Now, we're going to kind of get into, some fun questions. Why do you wear number 14?
Number 14 was always my dad's number in high school, and I've always looked up to him. He's always pushed me to be the best athlete and person I can be. So I got number 14 at a young age, and I kept it throughout high school.
Okay. Who is your favorite college football team? You have the Alabamas, the LSUs, the Oregons, the Baylors. When you sit down on Saturdays and you watch college football, who is your favorite team to watch?
Well, my favorite team is the Oklahoma Sooners, just because that's where all my family's from. They've always grown up watching the Oklahoma Sooners. It's just been kind of a family tradition to watch Oklahoma. But this year I've been watching Stanford some, just because of how much I like Christian McCaffrey over there.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's a beast. Just everything he does, I look up to that. So those are my two teams.
Man, now speaking of college, I just got word. As the sports analyst, I'm supposed to know all of this stuff. But I just got word that Les Miles, the LSU coach, got fired. Now, I know that my Coach Worthen loves the LSU Tigers, and I was talking to him about how LSU is doing, and he's like, the first thing he said is, we need to get rid of him. So, when you watch LSU, do you think that was a smart choice for LSU?
I don't know. Something had to change, definitely. They're playing close games with teams that they should be better than. They're usually better than. Les Miles, I always considered Les Miles a great coach. I think he'll go somewhere and do something good with another team. But, something had to change, so this might be it.
Okay, now, who's your favorite NFL team?
Favorite NFL team? I don't really watch a lot of NFL, but I've always been a big Tom Brady Patriots fan. Just because.
Go Michigan!
Yeah, I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Do you only watch Tom Brady, or do you watch Odell or Dez?
Oh yeah, I watch it all. I'm in fantasy football and all that. I watch all the guys play, but Tom Brady and Drew Brees is another one that I've always really thought were just really good.
Drew Brees just was the youngest person to reach 35,000 passing yards or something. So, congratulations, Drew Brees. Sup, Dalton? What's up, Savion? I'm with your boy, Tyler Hanson, as you already see. Okay, so this next topic is about quarterbacks, since you are one. And last year, well, not last year, you have the great quarterbacks such as Brett Favre, Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, etc. Who is your favorite quarterback ever?
Ever. I'd probably go ahead. I'm a Brady fan, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Drew Brees, just because of the. I mean, he's always been. I mean, size. He's like 6 foot, small quarterback, but he's done remarkable things just to be that small and that underrated. I think Drew Brees.
Yeah, Dalton Austin is at the house. He's watching football.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, staying on the NFL topic, Super Bowl picks. If you could pick two teams from these 3 weeks, who are your Super Bowl picks?
Super Bowl picks, man, it's early.
Yeah. If I had to go ahead and say, off of these 3 weeks, I wouldn't pick Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers because they're stinking it up. But if I had to pick one team, I'd pick the Dallas Cowboys. Even though they lost to the Giants, they're still really good and really young.
Yeah, they're a good team. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I don't really keep up with NFL a whole lot. I've been watching the games, but yeah, I'll have to wait till about week 7, week 8 to really just pick who the Super Bowl picks are.
Okay, well, in college they have the top 4, and I can name you the top 4. It's Alabama, Ohio State, Louisville, and Michigan. What top 4 do you think will be in the end?
Alabama will be up there. I think Louisville's a really good team this year. Petrino has just really done a good job with them. Michigan's, I say they got it right. I mean, I say the schedule. I say it rides out like it is now.
Yeah, baby. Go Michigan, go Blue. Anyway, we're having like a war between Caden and Dalton in the comments. Caden and Dalton, y'all are blowing up my stuff. But that's good. That's a good thing. Okay, so now we've talked a little bit about high school. We've talked a little bit about college. Let's go back to high school. When you sat down at the beginning of the season, did you set any personal passing yard goals or touchdowns or anything?
No, I don't really think about that too much. I knew early this team had a really great chemistry, and I just knew that. I mean, it's a family. It's a family. I mean, I know that all I got to do is do my part, and everybody else do their part. Me personal goals, no, but I mean, season goals, obviously, winning the state championship again.
Okay, well, I'm gonna read Tyler Hanson's stats for this year because he doesn't know what they are, so we're just going to go ahead and tell him. You have 915 passing yards. You're 49 for 66 passing, which is 74%, and 13 TDs, and like I mentioned in the beginning, only the 1 interception. When you hear those stats, is that unbelievable or is it believable? What is it to you?
I mean, it's believable. I started out really hot accuracy-wise, but...
Yeah, it was just like a couple weeks ago, you were 16 for 17 with 262 passing yards.
Yeah, with this, the way Arkadelphia played with that bump coverage defense, it was a lot of long ball shots, and, we missed a few of them, but I still think, it's about what I plan to have about this time.
Well, this is almost over. If any of you have any questions for Tyler on the bottom of this or in the comments, just go ahead and ask him a question. We'll wait. We'll probably talk about some more college and some NFL. Plus, catch me at 6 o'clock tonight. Anyway, so college. You mentioned Stanford and their running back. Do you think he will have the same success as Leonard Fournette last year? Because if you remember, Leonard Fournette was like beast in the first 5 or 6 games, and then they played Alabama, and then from there it was just downhill.
In my mind, last year, Christian McCaffrey should have won the Heisman Trophy.
He was good last year, too?
Oh, Christian McCaffrey, he broke Barry Sanders' all-purpose single-season record.
Yeah, he should have got the Heisman
He broke.
Trophy.
That's the most important stat in football. I mean,
Yeah, who is your favorite player? Caden Irwin asks, who is your favorite player at Oklahoma?
it's easily Baker Mayfield, the quarterback. Just competitiveness, just accuracy. He's who I look up to as a quarterback. He's great.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go back to our college conversation. Go on about the Stanford running back.
Yeah, McCaffrey. I mean, he's just a phenomenal athlete. There's not another one in college like him. I think that he's got a good offensive line this year too. I just know just this last game he played last night. It ended his streak of 200 all-purpose yards in 8 games in a row. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, what he's doing is crazy. But
Well, I forgot to ask you this, but in the beginning you mentioned your dad. Now, as a son that plays sports, I know a little bit about my dad pushing me to my limit and pushing me to become the greatest I can be. How good is your father-son relationship?
it's tight. It's really tight. I mean, it's before game, the text messages are talking about the game. After the game, we analyze it, sit down, talk about what I can work on. I mean, he's always been right there, just push me as far as I can go.
Well, I think that should conclude our Scrapper Nation show today. Well, Scrapper Nation, Tyler gave you a whole bunch of information. I threw a whole bunch of information at you. And wait, hold on. We're not done. I'm tripping. My bad. Rewind. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about Mr. Graham. Now I just remembered. Now, y'all are getting, he said that they're talking about getting y'all a Jumbotron. Are you looking forward to that?
I hadn't even heard about that.
Yeah, when I had my interview, I was like, what are y'all going to try to do for the football field? And he's like, we're going to try to get a Jumbotron. So would that be surprising for you, considering y'all just got new turf?
That would be surprising. It'd be sweet, though. I'd love to have that. That'd be nice. I hadn't even heard anything about that.
Well, now we're going to end our show because my connection is weak and I don't want the sound going out. Anyway, thank you for all that watched. Catch me at 6 o'clock. I'm going to be talking about the Big Ten today because of Michigan and Ohio State are in the top 4. And if you haven't seen it yet, go catch my 1996 interview with the state champs from 1996, which said that they could beat Tyler Hanson's group that won one last year. So that's definitely something that people will talk at the barbershop.
Yeah.
But thank you, Scrapper Nation, for watching. I'll see you at 6 o'clock. Well, you'll see me. And bye.